So I cannot believe how Cubbies are just almost like flying off the shelf right now. I cannot keep them in stock. I just like so like, and they're hard to find to, to make over. So I have this cubby, as you see, as a paper towel holder. So I'm actually going to remove the paper towel holder and just do it so it's something that sits on a tabletop. I guess I could leave the little screw holes in there if somebody wanted to put it like on their wall. But yeah, I need to make a mark and we need to get this cut off. Oh, let's see. Probably right here somewhere, the edge. Make a line. So I'm underneath the nails and then I'm underneath that little shelf so I don't cut it flush that the shelf falls out. Okay, now I need to do some sanding. I did a pretty good cut, I thought. I was proud of myself. Taped off, got it sanded where I couldn't get the electric sander. I had to hand sand it because it's inside cubbies. Luckily, I don't really think the inside had very much top coat on it. So now we're just washing it off, Dawn dish soap, hot water, just get the sanding dust off, get any residue that might prevent paint from sticking. I'm going to prime and seal this wood in using shellac. And it'll be a couple coats. Just because I show one on camera doesn't mean I don't do multiples. The first one kind of soaks in and then the second one gives that coat that you need. When it comes to all those little cubbies, I could paint it by hand. I could take a brush, but I'm going to go the easy route of spray painting it. And I'm going to do the satin pistachio that looks like jadeite. I know when I've used this before, it doesn't have the same coverage as Rust-Oleum for me, so I probably will have to go in with multiple coats. We'll see. Because really when I'm spray painting with Rust-Oleum, I'm usually only happy to do one coat unless I had a oops and forgot a spot or missed a spot. So we'll see. It was bad. I ended up having to do 2 coats to get it to cover up certain areas, but I think it did well. And I'm assuming since it's shiny that it has a top coat in it. So I'm going to distress some of the edges just using some 220 sandpaper. Get some nice detail on here that we want everybody to be able to see and pop. Adding a little bit more character than just a painted piece. I'm always very surprised how well you can paint and then distress the way I like to with a spray paint. So now I'm going in with Fusion's Aging Wax. And this isn't really going to probably do too much to the paint, but it's going to seal in that raw wood that I exposed. It's just going to give it a nice finish, a nice soft touch. But since it has a top coat in, it's not really going to grab onto the wax very much. But it's just going to make me feel better that I've wiped everything down, got rid of that sanding dust. I don't know. It might sit in the, I was going to say, it might get in the details of the particle board that's on the back. That will be a bonus. A little bit. this one is love the tallness. I love that it has 3 drawers. So when it comes to having something that's already painted on the inside and making it desirable on the outside, I kind of try to match up the color. That way I don't have to try to repaint the inside unless it was stained or something like that, because that's not very much fun. But cute, isn't it cute? Cute. I wonder where the, it almost like acts like bins because this is so up there. And they're just nailed, stapled in. So I'll probably take those off and replace them and put them in the middle. We'll get the tag off. There, pull them all the way through. We can fill in that little hole, not a big deal. Thinking that this was just a decoupage paper over it, so we'll see how much we can get sanded off. So this piece had me fooled. I would have thought it was wood by the weight and the feel and all that, but now I'm going to rethink what I'm going to do to it because it's MDF board. I wish they had a tester like they do for diamonds and gold and like, is this real wood? Is this not real wood? There's nothing wrong with MDF board. I just know that when I paint something MDF board, I'm already started with it. It doesn't sell as fast as something that is wood. And the way you have to take care of MDF board, you know, you don't want to soak it because it'll swell if it gets wet. So got a little bit of extra sealing to do. So I'm going to seal these in with shellac. Instead of going like farmhouse, cottage core, French provincial, we are going industrial. I'm going to paint this black. We're going to do some, I'm going to put some decoupage back on the front of it, but with more of an industrial vibe. So I'm going to be painting it with Rust-Oleum's enamel paint in the flat black. Before I can flip this over and do the inside, I'm going to seal. This is a flat black. There's no top coat to this. I'm going to seal it in with weather defense. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I have sealed this. It's all sealed in now, painted black with the enamel paint and then the top coat of the weather defense. Now I'm going to put my drawers back in because I am going to decoupage it, but I wasn't sure if like each drawer was a different size or not. As you see, I did not paint the front of them. So that way I didn't have to paint, you know, a lot of times when you decoupage, you'll paint it white so you can see the image of the decoupage paper. I want them to look like wood, so I don't want to back it. So this is, I think I have the same 2 sheets. This is like a tissue paper. It's so thin, but I want to make it look like somebody took old boxes and created out of that. I picked out what I want. So I'm going to off-center this one this way. This one almost fits the whole thing, and then do that and off-center it. So like one's going this way, one's going that way, one's kind of centered. It's a goal. So I'm just going to brush on. I did seal it with a couple coats, even though you can't tell when it's MDF board because it just soaks it right in. So hopefully it doesn't just soak in all my decoupage transfer gel. Definitely want to make sure you get enough around your corners and your edges. And the nice thing about it, it doesn't have to be perfect. We're not centering anything. Just going to make it look like somebody made it out of an old box. Okay, I should be dry now, and I'm just going to use my power sander to cut off the edges of the excess paint. have them cut off, and I need to seal the front of my decoupage paper in, so I'm going to be using Fusion's Tough Coat Clear. It's just a wipe on, and this is a matte finish because I would like to stain it, so I'm hoping that with the matte finish I will get to give it a little bit of antiquing. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and distress, and I'm going to use my sander for that because I want to try to get past the green that's there, hopefully. I'm going to take some steel wool. That's just going to help even everything out that I just sanded. Wax this, I'm going to be using Homestead's House Antiquing Wax, which is darker. I've sealed this in, so I'm just going to go right on top of it. I think I want it actually even a little bit darker than that, so I'm going for the Waverly Antiquing Wax. So Antiquing Wax, and do my sides first. There we go. Just looking for a little bit more shading there. Oops, hello. Sometimes you seal stuff in too good. There, it's getting a little bit more brown than being a piece of paper. See the difference? So if you remembered, the knobs were all the way up, and I'm not doing that. So we have almost 5. And I'm going to go ahead and drill right there. I know I have the world's smallest knobs for these, but there's so much graphics, I didn't want to put anything that was going to distract. If I can get it started. And to pull it out, that's all. I don't know if this is possible or not, but look at this little drawer cubby. Probably like either, I don't know what, like a salesman sample or a little kid's dresser, or anyway, I think like the undesirable is the handles of it all. And it doesn't have a back, but it doesn't fall through, so I'm not worried about that. But I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to replace the knobs. And I love that little back detail that it has. We'll see. It is cute though. Okay, so get the drawers taken out. Get that detail. Okay, I'm gonna try. I was thinking I was going to be able to hammer them off. Oh, goodness. Oh, got it. Okay, I've got got them all off, and I'm just going to take, since it's such a little bitty hole, this is just a bag of air dry clay, the Daz. And since it's so little, we will just do that. I'm not going to worry about the inside. You know, when knobs get changed out, they get changed out. Okay, I'm all taped off. Now I'm just going to wipe them down. Get that sanding dust off, any residue that might be on there. You guessed it. Sealing it in with a couple coats of shellac. Especially, I hope that the stain that's in the wood isn't going to cause a problem. If not, it's just going to be added to character. You can't stress about it. It's a second hand. Looking for the 3-drawer. Then I'm going to replace the knobs. I think sweet potato, which I call pumpkin, will match. I'm going to keep it as dark as it is. So you mix, it's a dry powder that you mix with water. This is just room temperature water. And I have been lately, the directions tell you to do equal parts. I've been doing like a quarter less and making a thicker paint. You know how it is. You just do what you do. And see, I think it matches up the red that's in there. Now, Sweet Pickins is kind of, I use it because it crackles and crazes and gives that aged patina, but so that may not be the paint for you. And if I didn't shellac it, it would just soak into the wood and I might not get as much crazing and chippiness. I don't usually get chippiness unless I put wax on it, but without the shellac, it'll just soak into the wood. I am playing this. Is like, this was a hard one of what the stopping point was, but I am going to paint the inside, but I'm not going to paint in the slats because that's what the drawers slide in and out of, and if I build it up with paint, they may not slide anymore. So that's another reason for leaving, like how the wood will match here and there. Oh, milk paint. Isn't it lovely? Isn't it lovely? So I'm going to need to do some sanding. I'm going to take the tape off first, though. To wax this, I'm going dark. I'm doing black. I didn't seal it in or anything. I'm going to do a tester in the inside first and see if oh yeah, nope, I already know. I know, it'll be fine. I know it's always scary when you say black and you look at that can and you're like, that's black. It is. That it is. Then I'll take a little bit of clear and that'll help me really get it in there. Because it's already stained it. The Jolie wax is not as creamy as the Fusion, so it's a little bit like stiffer. So the clear is helping just to like move it around a little bit better, get it distributed, I guess. Wax, non-wax, wax. Nothing scarier than putting black wax on, right? Like, oh my lordy, right? Like, ah. Now I'm trying to decide on knobs. And I'm like, no, those don't go. And you know, I have my classic, but I'm just like, what if for funsie, we did 3 different knobs. I don't know, y'all. It's so hard. Oh, I wish I had more of similar, but it's gonna be okay. They don't have to all be the same, right? They don't. So one small, one large, one, right? One of the biggest decisions is the knob. So we are 10.5. So that's 5 1/4. And then we are, so 5 1/4 right there. 8 1/2. Of course we are, right? Okay, pray for the best. So I'm gonna go to small one. This little guy, I'm pretty sure is a homemade piece. They put a little hanging system on the back. I'll probably take that off. But it's just made out of plywood, but it can be super cute. People love a place to store their stuff. They love a place to display. If you flip these over, you can make them into little risers to put things outside the box, the drawer, if you wanted to. It's so cute and little. So we're just going to get the drawers taken out. The inside has already been painted green, and I think for this one, what do we got here? Are they just, oh, I think they're just tapped in. Okay, so I'm probably going to take those out. I think I'm going to match paint color to get into there, but we'll give it a lot of character. I'm not going to make it that you can hang on the wall. Well, that was easy. And then we're just going to pop these out. And take the good, yes, I did get this one at Goodwill. So funny, I don't know what it is about sharp edges, but I always take the sander and round those so they're a little bit on the rounded side. I just don't like the feel of it, I guess. I don't know. Do you have a sensory issue like that? Like, I have to have them rounded just a little bit if at all possible. Really dry plywood, we definitely need to shellac it. See what I can come up to match that green. So I know basil. And then I know in a pickle. I'm not doing full scoop. Well, not really doing full scoops. Just a guesstimate of having fun creating a paint color. And then we're going to go a little bit to lighten some in pantry door. So pantry door, in a pickle, and basil. I love making these custom colors. I think I want to brighten that a little bit more in the pickle. It's nice that you can kind of stir the powder and kind of see what you're going to have. And I have no idea how many scoops I did. So we'll just watch the water usage. I wouldn't have thought, like when I was mixing that up, that would be, but yep, it thickens up as it sits. And I noticed the basil thickens up a lot. So when I put it in a mixture. this one I need to paint the back because it's like just a little bitty shell, a little cubby, and then it's got some paint on it. So I actually taped off the bottom, and we'll see if I'm hoping I don't have to mix more up of my concoction because I'm not sure that I could match it up. But the bottom didn't look too bad. This probably will always be one of my favorites. I love when I mix basil and pickle together, and pantry door, and just however the ratio it turns out different makes it fun. And it did wonderful yummies. Okay, we're going to do black, and you're going to watch it really darken it up. And this is not sealed in. It's got beautiful crazing. I have clear to rub it in, and so scary. Ah! This should have been my Halloween video. Oh, I'm trying to get it into all the details. Then we take the clear. And it does amazing stuff. Oh, it stains that raw wood that's soaked through. Oh, love it. Oh, look at that. What a difference, right? Black wax is scary, but black wax is also good. Okay, so I'm doing porcelain on this one. Somebody asked me, like, where did you get those? I wish I could link them, y'all, but there is a booth in our local antique mall. And last year they had some and I bought them all. And then this year they had some more. I'm like, alrighty then. I'm going to, and it's like, I don't even know how many's in there, but they were like $5 for the baggie. There might be 6 or 8 or 10. I don't know. I just grabbed them all. So you all have to let me know, do cubbies sell really well for you? Do you have a cubby obsession like I do? I'm drawn to them. I've got to look. I got to see what's inside. I love to store stuff in there. So thanks so much for watching today's video. We will see you next time, guys, and you can see what I'm up to. Bye.